What's up everybody, and welcome to a brand new series. This is going to be called Iron Mockman. If you're watching this and you're a fan of RuneScape, then you already know that Iron Men exist. Well, whole point of this account is to make a mage tank, and I want to be able to PvP. But most importantly, I want to be able to pick up what I gather. So, hear me out. Let me explain this to you, alright? Here's what we're going to do. As I'm clicking through and building my character for his hair and all that fun garbage. Yeah, we'll do that. That's cool. That's cool too. I don't really give a shit. We're eventually going to be wearing armor. So, anywho, there's us. But, back. Oh my god, that is so loud. I can't adjust music. I do apologize. Anywho, let's talk to this guy. Eventually. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Oh. Whew. Okay. There we go. So, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, hear me out. So, this is going to be called Iron Mockman. And what we're going to do is essentially mock how Iron Man are. And what that means is mocking their restrictions. Those restrictions being I can't buy anything off the GE. I can't trade players actively for stuff like that. So I have to gather everything myself. If I want a weapon, Trident and Seize for example, I'm going to kill Kraken until I get it. If I want runes, I'm going to craft them myself. So this is the idea. But here's the differences. I'm going to PvP. That is the primary goal of this account, to make it a PvP account. I am a pretty, I guess, OG, quote-unquote, haha, RuneScape player. I have a maxed RS3 account. I've had an OS account before this. But I'm coming into this account having not played OSRS for about a year, if not maybe a tiny bit more. I'm going to click on this guy again, just so I can kind of speed this up. Oh my god, I'm an experienced player. Why didn't you? Oh my god, dumbass. Okay, anywho, let's just go through this little tutorial. It's whatever. Anywho, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I already know what I'm doing. But goal of this account is to make it so I can PvP. I want to pick up what I PvP off these people. So that's going to be a big difference. Iron Man cannot pick up what they PvP off of people. So I want to be able to PvP people, gather my stuff, and then continue along my merry old way. So here's what's going to happen too. If I PvP it, and I unlock it, so say for example, I somehow smite somebody for an Amulet of Fury. Right, cool, awesome, great necklace, cool. So, when I unlock it, quote unquote unlock, I can then buy it from the Grand Exchange again. This only has effect for items, being armor items. So if I get killed while PvPing in like full Elder Chaos Druid and everything, rather than having to PvP or farm my way back up to it and everything, I can just buy it again because I've already unlocked it once. That's the big difference. And that's pretty much the only difference. Aside from that, I really want to have the handicap on myself of making myself gather everything. I cannot buy food from the Grand Exchange. I am going to have to fish it, obviously, in order to get it. And I just burnt my first shrimp. Awesome. Fucking cool. Wonderful. So that's the goal. I want to be able to kind of have myself on the same handicap as Iron Man. Just give myself that same kind of disadvantage. Although it's not really a disadvantage, it's kind of just like a little bar and a little challenge, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I have wanted to do a series like this for a long time. I absolutely love RuneScape. I actually have 3 of the god symbols tattooed on my arm, being Zaros, Zamorak, and Armadillo, so get at me. So yeah, that's my thing. I love this game. I played this game since I was very little. Um, and it's just always really stuck with me. So I'm really excited to do this and actually make a PvP focused account. So going in a bit more deeper on that one. As far as a PvP account, I do not PvP. I am not a PvPer. It's not exactly my thing. Um, it's not quite. If I could just fucking. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. PvP is not my thing. I do not know PvP. I am very bad at PvP. That is not something that I have really much experience on. So this is going to be a learning experience. So about this account, I do not want to level my attacker strength once. Magic is my absolute favorite ability, right? So what I really want to do is make a mage tank. What do you want me to do? Oh. God, just sweet. There we go. Fucking finally. I'm not paying attention to the instructions. I'm just trying to move on with my merry old way. Anywho, what I'm really trying to do is make a mage tank. I want to get up to the point where I can do the surges. And again, I'm going to gather everything. So if I want to be able to use surges, because I'm definitely not going to be able to do the quest in order to craft those runes, I'm going to PvP for them. So that's going to be interesting. All of my armor, I'm going to either have to farm it, either via pest control or barrows for like arms, stuff like that. That's going to be what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do it all myself. So I'm going to gather, the way that these videos are going to go is via clips. So it's going to be a gathering of clips of me getting levels, of me advancing through, of me, what do I need to do? Oh, I have to prospect. Jesus. It has been a hot minute since I have done this. I have not gone through this tutorial in a while. It's just like, I was going to say that I was an experienced player. Yep, totally an experienced player. 100%. Know exactly what I'm doing. I'm a pro. Totally have a maxed account. But again, that's on RS3, so. Heh. But yeah. It's been a hot minute since I played that account too. It's been a hot minute since I played RuneScape in general. Anyway, back onto this account and what I want to do with it. I want to make a mage tank. I want to get up to the point where I have 90 plus defense, 90 plus magic. That's the goal. And I want to just absolutely fire surge the mess out of people. I don't know if I want to rush. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I want to get up to the prayer level to be able to smite. That's definitely something that I want to do, because that's just a better chance of getting good gear. So, plan essentially is to go through this account, level up, build it myself from the bottom, go through all the tortures, and just really experience the game as a whole. That's something that I'm really excited to do. So, I will see you guys on the outside once I eventually finish this little tutorial. Hopefully, sometime. Because, God, it's really annoying. So, on that note, I'll see you guys on the outside once I'm finally free. Alright, now we're back. Finally in Lumbridge. Thank God. So, God, I hate that tutorial so much. So very much. Anywho, first things first that we need to do is make some money. So, here's the goal. I already dropped some of my items because, again, this is just going to be a mage account. And it's going to be via defense is also what we're going to be training, and magic, and also prayer, and obviously hit points, because you can't help but let that go up. So what I want to do is gather our beginner stuff, claim from our magic combat tutor. Oh, are you serious? I can't claim anymore. You have got to be kidding me, man. I wonder what happens if maybe I drop them on the ground, if maybe I can get around that. If I can, then it would be cool. Oh, heck yeah, I can. Tanky. Sweet. There, oh my God, no. I do not want this random event. So, first things first, we need to get up into, let's see here, Varrock. That's what it's called. Totally forgot for a second. So, what I want to do is maintain this low level. For now, I'm not going to get membership until I am 50 defense and 50 magic. That is the goal. So, in order to do that, I'm obviously going to have to train. But first things first, I'm going to need runes. And in order to purchase runes, I'm going to need money. And I'm also going to need a staff, because that's going to come in handy. So, here's my thought process as I'm making my way over to Varrock. What I'm going to do is go over to a PvP world, a non-members PvP world, obviously. And what I'm going to do is avoid these dark wizards so I don't get fucking murked by them as I have in past while playing this game. But I'm going to bank all of my stuff, get into Edgeville, and go over and just loot from whatever people leave behind. And again, as I've stated, I'm allowing myself to sell things on the Grand Exchange. But I cannot buy things unless if I have already unlocked them. That does not count runes. That only counts major items. So armor pieces, weapons, stuff like that. Any kind of rune, I need to craft it myself. Armor pieces, I will allow myself to buy back. Weapon pieces, I will allow myself to buy back. So example, Trident of the Seas. Lose that PvPing if I did for some reason use that in PvPing, or if I lost it during PvE while training, I will allow myself to purchase that back. If it's armor, for example, Arums during a risk fight, when I eventually get there, if I die, I'll allow myself to buy that back. That's totally cool. That's fine. I can allow that. So, let's bank all this stuff into our nice good old bank account, and what we're going to do is head over to Edgeville, get onto the edge, and when that happens, I will see you right there. Alright, we are now at the Wilderness Edge in Edgeville. Pretty ironic how that name works. We're going to jump over to World 8, which is Wilderness PK in free. Yes, I know that is a PvP world, and I am very gladly and willingly going there. So, oh boy. I don't know if there's going to be any loot here. I feel like maybe I would have had a better chance, possibly, to go and try and looting inside of a members world. We're going to see how this works out, though. It's going to be iffy. It's going to certainly be iffy. I don't believe everybody gathers up everything. I'm seeing some little coin drops every now and again. Nothing really too major, but I'll go ahead and loot it. Alright, guys. Well, I'm back. And after doing some looting in free-to-play world, I realized that that's going to take me for freaking ever. The original plan was to not get membership until I hit 50 mage, 50 defense, which is reasonable stats to go and do pest control. I was going to try and wait until then, but I went ahead and got membership. I mean, it's worth it. So what I'm going to do is go onto a members PvP world, if I can find one. And then what we're going to do is loot from there. And hopefully we'll be able to get some good loot, build up some decent money. And then we'll be able to possibly jump into some early PKing. I might do some non-members PKing just because it might be kind of entertaining. Just as an early state, get up to like level 30 or something like that. Just low level PKing. But we'll see. Eventually, I just need to find a actual members PKing world, which I don't want to go into something that I'm going to get absolutely destroyed on. Well, I mean, it's not like a level 3 is going to attack me in the first place. Hopefully. But on that note, I'll see you when we get over to the members world. Alright. After a lot of clicking, we have finally found the PvP world. It's World 18, by the way. Took me a hot minute. I found it. So, we're here to loot. There's a ring of dueling. I want it. It's probably not going to give me too much, but... Oh, you fuck. Okay, never mind. I got it. I did get it. Yeah. So, hopefully, all goes well. I'll be able to loot some decent stuff here. I don't know how good of stuff I'm going to be able to get. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some stuff. Maybe some arrows. something like that. But I'll come back and give you guys an update after quite a hot minute of looting, in all honesty. So until then, I'll see you later. Alright, we have been looting for a few hours now, and I'm pretty impressed with what we've got. We're at, in just this first inventory, 352k. That's pretty decent. We still have a little bit left. I'm going to go ahead and sell all this, and I will come back once it is all sold. So, after all was said and done, it came out to 391k. So, 100k, we'll just round it up, 100k lower than what I was hoping for. The good thing, though, is I did get some armor pieces. So I got a samurai robe top, red hat, red boots, and desert robe. I did get quite a few rings of dueling with decent charges, one at 8 charges, one at 7 charges, one at only 1 charge. And I also got some teleport tabs, which is really going to come in handy. I also got some runes, 162 airs, 543 waters, 111 earths. Everything else is just kind of pretty low. But we did get some stuff. So, our next goal is to take this money and, with our little mix-matched outfit, go over to the staff shop in Varrock and buy us every single elemental staff. At least one each. That is what we need. And it's probably going to cost quite a bit of money, unfortunately. But it's really going to come in handy as we're building up our levels. And then after that, we're going to go over to the rune shop, buy up some runes. And after that, probably go over to rock crabs and train a little bit. What I really would like to do is get some Slayer in and get that Slayer level up. But all the masters are kind of annoyingly far away. Birthorpe Master, that's not too bad. Only level 3 combat needed, but that's going to take me forever to get to. And I only have level 3 combat, so that's definitely not going to work. So, let's see here. Staff Fire, 1500 coins. Buy it. Staff Earth, 1500. All of them are probably going to be relatively low. Yeah, they're all 1500, so that's not bad at all. Buy one of each. And there you go. Awesome. So, our first spells are obviously Wind Strike, Water Strike, Earth Strike, Fire Strike. So we're going to be using the staff that uses the most runes. So we're going to start off with the Air Staff because we need Mind Runes. So what I'm going to buy up at first is going to be primarily, I believe, just Air Runes, Mind Runes, and Chaos Runes is going to be the primary things that we need. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. Air, Mind, and Chaos. Those are what we really need. I don't think I'm going to put a lot of our money into this because, again, we only have 385k. But that's really not bad. I probably spent maybe about 3 hours looting. I had nothing really good dropped, unfortunately. So, if I can find Aubrey, there you go. Trade me. Alright, and we can buy packs, which I do believe that the packs are a lot more cheaper. So, we're going to be some air packs. How much are chaos packs? That's 9k each for a chaos pack, and it contains 100 chaos runes. How much are chaos runes each? 93 coins. So it would be cheaper to just buy 100 chaos runes. Actually, I believe that the packs stay cheaper. So we need mines, chaos. So I'm only going to go down to 300k. So that, I believe that that's going to be our best bet. I feel like that would tactically lower everything because I do have some air runes. I don't have any mind runes. I have a very little bit of mind runes. But I at least do have some, which is good. So I'm just going to keep on doing this until I build up a full inventory. Whichever one I end on, I end on. At 341k to go, 331k, gradually working down. The great thing is that these instantly restock, so it's really not costing me any extra. I know this is probably pointless. I can probably get by with just flying right through this and buying them in bulk, but I wanted to make sure that I got them even. Sweet. So, I got an even distribution of all of them. Open, open, open. There we go. I think I might just be able to click on them all the way through. Oh, okay, I see now. It does it automatically. I'm learning. So, it gives me 800 chaos runes. Should give me about 800 mind runes. Yep. And then 800 air runes. 6, 7, 8. Awesome. And we're right at 299k, which is phenomenal. 299,803. So we just barely went over our budget, which that's perfectly fine. That's cool by me. So again, we're going for a mage tank. So what we're mainly going to be doing is obviously doing mage in the sense of using defense. One thing that I really need to do, because I do want to get Tome of Fire, because I do plan on using surge spells when I eventually get to the level. I want to do Fire Surge. I do want to make one quick edit though as to what I was saying. As with these specialty runes, I think my chances of getting them is going to be very, very, very low. When we do get up to the point of being able to PK normally, which we're probably going to go for like the wave spells rather than the surges at first, so fire wave. Blood runes are something relatively easy to obtain. Barrows drops them quite often, so that will be something that we'll probably try PKing with, is using those runes. So right now our bank account is sitting at 301k. That's awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. So we're going to take all of our pretty little stabs, all of our pretty little runes, and I'm going to figure out the best way to get over to the rock crabs, which I believe is going to be using Camelot, my Camelot teleport. Although I only have one and I really, really don't want to use it, I feel like it's what I need to do. I'm also going to bring along my bronze axe and my tinderbox, because as I was saying previously, I really want the Tome of Fire. So what I'm going to need to do is gradually work up myself to getting 50 fire making, and I'll just get wood cutting levels along the way, because how else am I going to get wood? I'm going to have to cut it. I do plan on saving a lot of the planks because I do want to do some construction, build up a house, obviously get an altar. The rejuvenation pool would definitely be a huge goal down the road. All things to build up to. This is just talking way, way, way into the future. So, on that note, I will see you all when we arrive over at the rock crabs. Alright, so we are now at rock crabs. As I was making my way up here, I was cutting trees. I got 6 wood cutting and 8 fire making. So, already making our way towards being able to do a winter tot, which I'm really excited to be able to do. Questing is definitely going to be happening in future. I definitely am going to have to get rune mysteries done. I'm going to have to get a lot of different quests done. But that's fine. We're expecting that. So, for now, I'm just going to splash the absolute crud out of these things. Hopefully not die during the process. That would be awesome. Because they are lowering my HP to a tiny bit, so I might just have to go and use a safe spot. Because I am noob. I cannot... Where am I going? Character? Please? Please? Okay, there we go. That works. That's cool. Because right now I'm just going to be splashing them, which is fine. Oh, shit. Oh, no! I lost my safe spot. Oh, come on now. Come on. Please? Oh my god, I swear to god, if I die to this thing, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. There we go. I had to learn that I can't click normally on these things. So, anywho, I'm just going to splash on these things for a little bit. Get some experience in both defense and magic. I probably won't be training defense primarily through magic, because that would probably be pretty ridiculous, since I'm only getting 1 defense experience per cast, even with it hitting, so that's pretty pathetic. So defense will probably end up happening a different way, probably through a sword, something like that. We'll figure it out. Magic might eventually start being more, what's the word, more valid as we get higher magic levels. But right now we're going pretty quick. So I'll update you guys a bit later. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. Probably just for like a few combat levels. Really nothing too long. The big goal is to just get up some magic levels, get to the point where we can at least use some bolts is the big idea. Get some health levels, especially because that's something that we very badly need. And from then on, we'll probably do some quests. That's the goal. Definitely going to need Druidic Ritual. Definitely going to need Druidic Ritual, trying to remember what else it is called. Rune Mysteries, that's the other one. So those are our big primary ones that we are going to need and what we're going to need to work on. And I'm noticing that it looks like I get X amount defense, however, for like however much damage I do. So if I do 2 damage, I get 2 defense XP. If I do 1 damage, then I only get 1 defense experience. So that's awesome. But these things are level 13, I'm level 4. So we're gradually working our way up. But again, I'll update you guys when we get a bit further. And hopefully we'll get some good advancement today. If not, that's okay. I'm going to do some research into the side, figure out what I need, especially in order to make prayer potions. That's going to be really important late game, especially when I start doing barrows, because I'm going to have to gather the supplies for all my potions in order to actually survive barrows. And prayer potions are going to be the most important part of that process, because without those, you're probably not going to be able to beat barrows. But on that note, I will see you guys a little bit in the next clip. Quick little update, we just got our first easy clue scroll, so I'm definitely going to be saving that. Hopefully we'll maybe possibly get a good reward, because remember, I am allowed to sell, just cannot buy unless I unlock. So if I get something good from this, it could give our cash stack quite a big boost, which would be awesome. But I'm going to end up doing that later. As far as the other update, we finally at 2 defense, and we're also at 8 magic. Gradually working through. That very first rock crab got me all the way from level 1 to 6 magic, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. Defense is gradually starting to speed up too as far as XP. So, as we go a little bit further, I will update you again. Alright, so, quick little update. We have flown through our runes. I've been here about an hour and a half. We have completely finished off our air runes, and we have finished off all of our chaos runes. Still quite a bit of mine runes left. I'm just going to sell them, in honesty. Current stats, we got 22 hit points, 18 defense, 33 magic. I'm really happy with that. We're also sitting at 26 combat. That's awesome. For only an hour and a half, we have really, really flown. So, what I'm going to do is teleport over to Lumbridge, go over to the amulet store there, buy a amulet of magic. Totally forgot about that for the longest time that they even existed. So, going to buy an amulet of magic, and then I am going to go over, buy some more runes. The big goal for this is to hit 50 magic. Get 50 magic, get the magic dart spell, buy the Slayer staff, and then at 50 magic we are going to start Slayer and hopefully fly through it relatively quick. Because here's the angle that I'm going for. I want to get Slayer all the way up to, if I can find it, 87. And that's going to suck, getting it all the way up there. That's going to take a very, very long time, because I really, really want the Trina of the Seas. It's probably the best thing that I can use, at least from a PVM basis. By the time I get up to 87 Slayer, I'm going to be very, very high up in magic. I'm going to also be very, very high up in defense. Other closer goal is to get 20 defense and 40 magic. So by doing that, I will be able to wear mystic robes, which is going to be absolutely amazing. That's really going to make my life a whole lot easier. So, because we're all done with runes, we're going to head over to Lumbridge, and then we're going to run over to Port Sarim. And thankfully, I have all these rings of dueling that I was able to scavenge, and then we're just going to use some quick teleports, get back over to Varrock, restock on runes, and then we're just going to keep on going and training. I don't know if I'm going to continue training per se on rock crabs, just because they're really far away, and I used up my one and only teleport to get over to this area. So I really don't know if that's what I'm going to continue with, just using this area or not. Other things that we really need to do are Herblore. We really need to do Druidic Ritual. And I also need to start working on thieving, so I can start gathering some, where is it? Gotta go down here, chocolate dust, because it's important. Energy potions are going to be really, really handy. And then also the real big perk of starting Slayer is I'm going to start getting herbs and seeds. So farming is also going to be something that we are most definitely going to have to venture into. But the great thing is, though, I'm going to be teleporting all over the place. I just need to figure out how to get laws, which when it comes down to law runes, Those are way up there. 54 rune crafting. It's not too bad, but I'm going to have to mine all the rune essence myself. And that is going to be an annoying part. So I'm going to go ahead and get this amulet, and I'm going to go ahead and buy some runes. I'm going to sell these mined runes because I really just have absolutely no more use for them. And then we're going to go on from there. So I'm going to pull out 200k, leave myself with 100k reserve. I don't plan on using the entire 200k. But I believe also when we get into Varrock, we're going to start this easy clue scroll, so there will definitely be a clip seeing what our reward is. I also found an iron pickaxe, which I'm really excited about. That's awesome. So especially when I start mining my own rune essence, that is really going to come in handy. Speaking of thieving, there's a master farmer here, and I don't remember, he's only level 38, so that is going to be something that I'm probably going to do for a lot of my seeds when the time comes. Again, this is way ahead. This is day 3 now. Or no, never mind, not even day 3. Day 2 into playing this account. I'm happy so far with my progress. I won't lie. Pretty proud of myself. Anywho, I'm pretty sure there is a person here that does sell the Amulet of Magic. But anywho, I'm just rambling. I'll come back again in a little clip and I'll give you guys some more updates. Alright, well, a bit of a disappointment. I am sad. Because it turns out that they don't actually sell full amulets of magic, as I just came to find out. So that's pretty depressing. But what I do have is 1,000 more chaos runes, which is really going to come in handy. And I went ahead and picked up 18 death runes that I just happened to find. So that's awesome. That's good. That's really going to benefit me quite a bit when it really comes down to it. Because I think when I hit 41 magic, I'm just going to wind blast absolute garbage out of everything. That's probably going to be my go-to. Yeah, when it really comes down to it, that's probably going to be what I do primarily. I just don't have any more runes. Something that I really need to do is rune crafting. I need to do rune mysteries. Am I going to do that today? Possibly. Maybe. I don't know for sure. I'm checking out pest control now to see if there's any more runes that maybe I could buy. Maybe if I can find some more death runes, because that's something that I really need to stock up on. Especially if I'm wanting to Slayer Dart my way through. Because death runes are going to be quite a difficult thing to get because they are really quite expensive. Unfortunately, my money is starting to run low. I only have 200k left. This is 96k right now. I have 100k left inside my bank. So, that's kind of depressing. But hopefully, maybe, we'll be able to get just a tiny bit lucky. I don't know for sure if we will be able to. If not, that's okay. That's cool. I want to work on this clue scroll, this easy one. It turns out that our first step is actually in, I lied. It's in the chest in the Duke of Lumbridge's bedroom. Ha 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 ha. And we were just there. Darn it. Totally forgot about that. Alright, whatever. We'll figure that out. We'll get to it later. So far, low on runes. We do have plenty of mines. I was previously going to sell them. I am not anymore. Because I noticed that for Magic Dart, you use mind runes. So, that's going to be something that I hold on to. I'm not going to throw those away. Originally I was planning on selling them back, but then I discovered how terrible of an idea that would be. Anyway, I have 197k cash. Stats are looking pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and probably just train some more. I do believe that that's going to be our best route. I really want to get 20 defense. Definitely want to get 40 magic. Previously said that I was going to be doing pest control, but it looks like I cannot use any of the pest control armor because then I would need to train up my attack and strength and range. I'm not about that life. I'm trying to keep this just pure mage defense. That is what I'm really going for. I really want to make a mage tank. I've never done something like it before. Not really pure, but I'm just excited to try it. I don't know if it's going to work. It might be an absolutely terrible idea. It might do absolutely horrible in PvP, but that's going to be fun. The fun of getting up to there. Anywho, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next. Probably go work on this clue scroll in all honesty, so look out for that. Probably go start working on this thing. If maybe I can teleport straight back over to Lumbridge. No, I still have 21 more minutes to go on that one, and I really don't have anything else to train on. So what I do believe is that I'm going to go over to Yanil and check out the Mage's Guild there, see what level magic I need in order to actually get in there. I'm going to keep my trusty hatchet on me. But let's go ahead and check that out, see what kind of magic level we need in there, because they do sell Mystic. So I need to figure out like a good goal for me to actually build up to. As far as my level, I might actually start using my Chaos runes, maybe. Just doing some Wind Bolt, granted it is only a level 17 spell, which is pretty depressing. Doing some Wind Bolt maybe to try and build up on these guys. There's a guy using a cannon here, so that will probably not work, and finding a world here is going to be darn near impossible. But there's a lot of big bones. Either that, or I might go over to the Taverley dungeon, start training on some blue dragons in there, especially gathering up their bones, because finding a gilded altar, using that at a player-owned house on a on that altar, that's going to just rocket my prayer. Because the prayer goal is at least 52. I would like to get chivalry and piety. That takes 70 though. So I'm not too sure if that is what I'm going to go for. Might only go for 60 and then just stop there. I haven't quite decided yet. I accidentally just shut the door in my own face. I do not want to attack that guy. That would be bad. Anywho, kind of just rambling, trying to decide exactly what I want to do next. I know I should definitely get onto a quest grind, but right now where I'm at is 6:13 p.m. and I have not ate any food. So I'm probably going to take a quick little break and grab some food. Anywho, going to figure out the level of this area first. It should tell me, maybe, possibly, if I can just walk in without a problem and go freak out. Magic level of 66, sweet. So, that's what we're shooting for. At level 66, which is really, really far away, we'll be able to obtain full Mystic by buying. But the good thing is, though, there are Slayer monsters that do drop Mystic gear. But what we really need to do is get over to our Slayer Masters. What I was really hoping for was to just immediately go and use the Gnome Stronghold Master in order to start, but that takes 85 combat, and I'm only at level 26. I really don't want to travel all the way over to Canifis because that is just annoying. I really need a fish because I'm at the point now where I'm definitely going to start needing some food in order to heal myself. I can no longer kind of just depend on running away and safe spotting because I'm past the point of really being able to use anything else. What I might also do is going over to the Great Korend. I've never been there before on any of my OS accounts, which I only have one other OS account. I have absolutely no idea how to get over there. But as I was looking through magic for armor, I noticed Zerekian. And from watching other YouTubers, I know that this armor can be gotten just by training on like the little lizard men over there. If I can figure out how to get there and actually start fighting them to get the little pieces, I just need to figure out what crafting level I need in order to actually craft it. That is going to be the tricky part. And it takes a relatively decently high crafting level. So it looks like it's 22 for the actual full set. So that's including top robe and hat. So crafting is definitely going to be something that I'm going to have to work on down the road. Probably not going to happen now. But again, I know that I could just go and buy it. Definitely. But with these restrictions I'm putting on myself, I ain't going to do it. Not going to do it. The good news is, though, I do have quite a lot of water runes, so I can at least water bolt some stuff. That will be pretty decent. Got 1,000 chaos runes. I have 543 waters, and I obviously have my staff of air. That's earth bolt. What am I doing? There we go. So, what is that? Like 200 some odd charges, 200 some odd casts? I mean, that's cool. I can always just buy some more water runes and then just depend pretty heavily on water bolt. It does the job. It does the damage I need it to do. Water or air runes might actually be a cheaper alternative. I don't know. I'm going to look into prices. Until then, I'm probably going to mainly work on my clue scroll. Hopefully, we'll get a good reward. Maybe something worthwhile. Maybe something that will at least bump up our cash stack a little bit. Maybe I'll get an Amulet of Magic. That would be awesome. But until then, I'll see you all on the next little update clip. Hopefully with the clue scroll reward. Alright everybody, we finally have gotten our reward casket. 4 easy steps. Let's hope that maybe we got something beneficial for us. Hopefully. And we got Staff of Air, earth runes, and a willow short bow. Nothing really good. 2k total clue, only easy. It's whatever. I'm going to drop the short bow. Definitely go keep the staff of fair because that might be beneficial later on, although I'm totally wielding one right now, but whatever. 42 earth runes, totally happy with that. For now, what I think I'm going to do is get some wood cutting and fire making up real quick. I'm going to take a break from doing some combat, and I'm going to jump into some skilling skills. Because again, I really need to be able to do winter tot. So I need to get up to that fire making. I'll probably only get it up to like maybe 20. That's probably where we'll stop. 20 or 30. Probably 20 for today. Same thing with wood cutting. It'll stop when it stops. But until then, I'll hit you guys up with another update once I hit that level. I'm just going to head over to my favorite little wood cutting spot and begin from there. Alright guys, another quick little update right here. I have been doing a lot of wood cutting and fire making. I have just now finally hit 30 wood cutting, 34 fire making. We are 16 levels away from being able to do winter tot. I believe that's all the fire making that I'm going to do for today. So my next course of action is going to be either just cutting a bunch of willows and then burning them all at once. I think maybe like 1,000 willows would probably get me up to 50. I don't know if maybe I want to take a bit of a break because all the willows are right here in Draenor. They're really right next to a bank. It's really not going to take me too long. What I was thinking about doing is going over and doing some mage training at Anku's. Primarily because their drops are really, really good. Fun little thing. Going from level 1 to just 30 woodcutting got me 7 bird's nests, which I'm incredibly thrilled about. Got me a nice little emerald ring and diamond, so I'm happy. Anywho, what I'm thinking about doing is going over to Anku's and just training my mage from 33 to 50 at Anku's. They do drop some mithril and adamantite bars, they drop arrows, and most importantly, they drop death runes, and they drop them in stacks of 10. So if I can get lucky and get a lot of death runes and all that stuff, that's really, really, really going to benefit me, especially when I hit level 50 and using the Slayer Dart spell in order to do my Slayer tasks, which is what I'm wanting to do. Unfortunately, in order to craft death runes and anything, I'm just so incredibly far away from being able to do that. Level 65 and level 50 on this game is relatively easy to reach on pretty much any stat. When you start hitting the 60s and 70s, that's when it gets slow, and that's when it gets sad. So, I don't know if I am really going to jump deep into rune crafting in order to get all the way up to that point. Haven't quite decided yet. If not, then I'm probably just going to end up depending on PvE in order to provide me with death runes, which I know, not the best way to do it, but Barrows gives death runes by the droves. And as long as I can keep positive with how many death runes I'm receiving, I'm good. Any kind of little Barrows drop I get, I'll just sell that. And as long as it's not Arms. Arms is the one thing that I'm really trying to hold on to. So yeah, that's pretty much that. As far as any other kind of stats go, I really haven't leveled anything else up yet. I have been looking into farming and herblore. Trying to figure out what kind of seeds I'm going to need in order to start off with, because I'm going to have to start growing my own renars in order to make my own prayer potions. I know where in order to get snape grass, it just takes a hot minute in order to gather it. But for now and everything, the next goal is going to be getting 50 magic, whatever defense level I can get on top of that, because again, I'm just probably going to be safe spotting Anku's. That's the easiest way. I think before I actually go over to Anku's, I am going to work up thieving and get up to, if it will show, to level 5 thieving, just so I can steal some cake. And that's just something that I should really, really stack up on, especially when going over to Anku's. Just because actually getting over to them, especially because I plan on going through to them through the Stronghold of Security, I will probably take damage. And only having 22 health, I'm really not willing to risk it, because those Anku's are level 80 something inside the Stronghold of Security. And I'm not about that life, being only level 26. So pretty much everything in there will be vicious towards me, which I'm not looking forward to. But either way, I'm only 7 experience away from a health level, 83 experience away from a defense level, 453 experience away from a magic level. So it really shouldn't take me long, especially if I'm going via Anku's. It really should go quite quick. But on that note, I will see you guys in the next clip, hopefully detailing my next little bit of stats and progression. Alright, quick little update everybody. Sitting in here finally at 50 fire making, so down the line, Winter Tot, we can immediately just jump right into it. I did complete Rune Mysteries, super easy quest, so I really didn't even bother recording it or showing it. It's literally just walking back and forth for those who don't know. Very, very simple. I am sitting currently at 15 mining, about to be 16. So right now the current plan is to mine as much Rune Essence as possible until level 30, and then we get up to Pure Essence. So I believe I'm going to stop at around 40 mining. That might be the goal, because I feel working those 10 levels from 30 to 40 is going to get me a lot of Pure Essence. So that'll probably make quite a big difference. The basic Rune Essence will be great just for my basic things, but unless if maybe it translates. So let me take some steps back real quick. What I plan on doing is going over to the ZMI altar, which you can do at absolutely any level. Just the higher level your rune crafting is, the more runes that you get and the more variation of runes that you get. Either way, I might be level 1 rune crafting and I might get a death rune, or I might get a blood rune. The only thing that doesn't make is that unique rune that is needed for the surge spells, which is really unfortunate. So pretty much if I wanted to actually craft those, I would have to go and do Dragon Slayer 2. There's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to do that because it requires combat stats, I believe. I might, if it doesn't require combat stats, then maybe I'll do it, but there's really not too much needed. Now that 200 quest points, that is annoying. Anywho, it's definitely one of those Grandmaster quests, or whatever you might call it. One of those high up quests. Which I might end up avoiding. So when it comes down to surge spells, when I actually do eventually get the magic level and it becomes viable for me to actually PvP with him, I am going to allow myself just to buy that one rune. Just that one. I am going to try and actually PK them off of people first, but if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to go ahead and break down and buy a few. I really don't need many per sitting, because it's not like I'm going to go out there carrying 500 of them on me. That's absolutely ridiculous. So anywho, I'm going to get up my mining level. Quick little bank update too. Got some gems. I got a lot of bird's nests, and I got some pretty high value seeds. As I said before, I am allowing myself to sell on the Grand Exchange, so that's definitely going to stack up our cash stack quite well. The only time that I can buy off the Grand Exchange, again, is if I have unlocked an item. That does not count gems and stuff like that. All those I'm having to scavenge, or runes having to scavenge or create myself. The only thing that I'll really allow myself to buy, for example, is if I'm doing PvP and I'm wearing full Zamorak robes, for example, because low level, and I die, I will allow myself to go into the Grand Exchange and rebuy my armor and weapons. And that's about it. Accessories included. So if I'm PvPing with the Amulet of Fury and I have enough money and I die with the Amulet of Fury and I lose it, then I can buy back an Amulet of Fury. I will allow myself to do that, but aside from that, everything else I'm going to have to gather. So ZMI Altar is going to be the next real big goal that I'm going to work towards. And luckily I do have plenty of water runes, so I'm just going to end up using those in order to pay the bank. Something else I really need to work on is agility. I absolutely despise agility. I'm sure many other people do too. But I really need those marks of grace, and I really need graceful. It's just I really don't want to spend the time getting all the way up to like 60 or 70 agility, because that's just going to take for freaking ever. It took me 2 days just to get up to 50 fire making. We're now officially on today is Monday, so we're now on the 4th day on this account, and I gotta say I'm actually pretty impressed with how my stats are rolling. But yeah, again, 40 mining, we're gonna go ahead and stop mining, start doing some rune crafting, getting up some runes, and then we're finally going to get back into some combat. Bossing and PvE is something that I'm really wanting to do. So I think once I actually do get all my runes made out of the few thousand essence I'm going to have, I am going to jump into probably doing some Slayer. So I'm hoping that ZMI Altar is going to end up giving me a good amount of runes that I will be able to use, And then later on down the road, as I gather up planks, because I really don't want to spend the time making them myself, I am going to start on construction. This is another good reason as to why I'm getting mining, because I'm going to have to make all the nails myself, which is really going to suck. But I'd rather get up the really high mining level first off, and then I'm just going to jump right into mining regular ore, and then I'm probably going to do that little furnace mini game in order to smith them. Maybe. I'm still tossing around the idea of how I'm going to work up smithing. Herb lore is definitely going to happen too, because I need level 38 in order to make prayer restore potions, which late levels, especially in PvP, I am going to need those so I do not get smited. Prayer is also something that I'm going to be working on. I'm tossing around the idea, it's probably not going to be viable, but at this level, just going over to like blue dragons or something like that, because I do have an anti-fire shield that, again, I just scavenge off the ground, which is freaking awesome during the bounty hunter world scavenging, so that was nice. But so I do have that, so I do have some protection against dragon fire, but I'm tossing around the idea of maybe going early over to blue dragons and killing them. Granted, it will be incredibly horribly slow, but the XP will be good. It is going to take a lot of runes, and I'm just going to bank every single one of those dragon bones. Because I believe it's really not going to take me too many to actually get up to smite levels, which is only level 52. I believe I'm only going to get up to maybe 60 prayer, and then I'm going to, what I really need to do is look into King's Ransom and see what stats are needed for that, because if it doesn't require other combat stats, being attack, strength, or range, then I will probably do it, and I will probably end up going for chivalry. If not, then I'm definitely probably just going to stop at 52 or 60. I'll probably just round it off into 60, to be honest. I think the only other things I might allow myself to buy if I really do actually get high enough to it would be the special prayer scrolls bought from or achieved or gotten from raids. That might be the only thing that I will allow myself to buy, just so I can get augury. Just because that magic boost is going to be so nice during PvP, which means then I'm probably going to end up working my prayer up to 80, but then again, this is talking way into the future. If I can do it, then awesome. If not, then it all depends, because I know augury is a lot of money, but because I'm allowing myself to pick up the items, the whole reason why I'm not an actual Iron Man is so I can pick up the items from PvP. That might be the only other exception that I would actually allow myself to buy. Just so I can actually have it, because I think that would be really freaking cool. But aside from that, prayer is going to be achieved entirely by me just gathering my own bones. So that's going to be a lot of farming. I haven't really done any PvE of things that drops bones. I've gotten this entire magic level just from rock crabs. Probably wasn't the best idea, but it went by relatively quick. I'm considering maybe getting my defense up to level 40 and just stopping it there and leaving myself as just a mage pure. But I really do want to make a mage tank, just because I feel like that's going to be a lot more fun. So that means the primary goal is getting up to 70 so I can get full arms. That would definitely be the dream. And then just PvPing full arms, so high risk. Which I think would just be even more enjoyable for content. Plus, not to mention, Barrows just gives such good gear and such good rune drops. I also did look into Desert Treasure to see if I could do it, but unfortunately one of the quests that builds up to Desert Treasure gives me about 10,000 ranged XP, and I do not want that. I'm trying to avoid other combat stats because I want to keep my combat level low. I'm not trying to max. I want to just maintain a low combat level, anywhere from like the 50s to 80s maybe, which would be like 99 magic to 99 defense. I don't know exactly what that translates to combat level. I'll look that up, and I'm probably going to end up using a combat level calculator, so then we'll figure it out. Just got 17 mining too, which is even better. So I'm pretty happy so far with how this account is going, but this is just a fast little update to let you know what all is going on. Winter Tot is definitely going to be coming up soon, but I want to get my health up some. So I'm not immediately jumping into it to try and get the Tome of Fire, although that would really be beneficial. Plus all the herb drops that come from the supply crates. but at the same time, I don't want to go there and not be able to get enough points because of dying consistently. I don't want to do that. So I want to get my health to at least maybe 30. From what I read, the damage scales with your health. So low health and everything, which means it's going to be doing low damage. But the lowest damage I can do is only 1 damage. So I doubt that they're going to let it only be like 1 damage. It'll probably be like 1 to 3. But that would quickly destroy me. I also don't have any clothing that provides warmth. So I'm going to have to fully depend on that. Which also brings me over to food. So what I will be doing is probably also going over to Ardouche and or Ardoon, however you pronounce it, and doing some quick thieving, getting up to level 5 thieving, and then stealing a whole bunch of cakes. I don't know exactly how many cakes, but I'm definitely going to need some. Fishing and cooking is also definitely on the retinue too, as to what I need to do. I just need to actually get the time. That's also the other thing with ZMI Altar. I really need some higher health and some food. So by the time I hit 40 mining, I think our next goal will be going into thieving, getting up a bunch of cakes, and then probably doing some rune crafting. And then I'll see how quickly the rune crafting goes and how that works. And depending upon how well that goes and how quick it goes, and my survival and my run energy, how well that works together, then I'll probably toss around the idea of doing some agility. But if I finish off all the essence and all that, then we're immediately just go jump back into combat, start getting our magic, defense, and HP up some more. Health is only 7 points away from 23, so we're very, very close. Get health up probably over to level 30, and then we're going to start the winter talk grind. Any levels that come with that, awesome. If none, whatever. I really just want the Tome of Fire and some burning pages, because that is going to be what really, really benefits me. So that's the plan for now. When there's another update, I will come back to you guys and let you all know. Alright guys, dropping in real quick with another little update. I have been mining my little heart out. Got up to 36 mining, pretty happy with it. I was going to push up to 40, but I don't think I will, just because I'm sitting at 2,665 regular rune essence and 2,308 pure essence. So I feel like doing ZMI Altar is going to, with just those is really, really going to get me not only quite a bit of levels, but quite a bit of the runes I need. And pretty much next goal is, instead of going straight over ZMI Altar, I am going to start working on agility. I think I'm just going to try and blitz my way through to 57 to 60 and get full graceful. I have never gotten full graceful in OS. So this is going to be my very first account with full graceful. I hate agility. I hate agility a lot. It has been my least favorite skill of them all. But I guess I'm just going to grind it out. I'm going to officially start that today since I've hit my goal as far as my essence. The good thing though is, as I was doing all these S runs back and forth, I was buying death runes every single time they popped up. So I'm sitting at 1,112 death runes. I bought quite a bit of airs too. I'm at 5,001 air runes. For ZMI Ultra, I plan on using these body runes kind of to exchange out so I can use the bank down in there. So I have 2,362 of those. It takes 20 per bank run. So I'm hoping that as I get more levels, or gradually start replenishing these body runes as I'm going through, that would be great. I do not have any rune pouches. I am pretty positive that I would not survive inside of the abyss to try and get any rune pouches right now. Oh, I also picked up pestle and mortar, some vials, some eyes of newt, just some basic things. I don't have any herbs yet. I'm not going to do druidic ritual until I actually start getting some herbs. I'm unsure if I have to do druidic ritual just in order to start seeing herbs as drops. I haven't killed anything that actually has a chance of dropping any herbs, but I think actually I might go ahead and just break down and do druidic ritual after I get my agility level. So next goal for this account is to go ahead and get agility and get full graceful, just like this guy has. So that's what I'm wanting to do. Stats are pretty much the same. Literally the only thing that's changed again is mining, and that's at 36. I will eventually come back and mine more rune essence and get that up higher, because I know that I'm going to need more rune essence down the road. But for now, with this much, at least on ZMI Altar, it should be pretty beneficial to me. I know they don't do any combination runes such as dust and stuff like that, so I'm not really too worried about that. But I just need a lot of the basic runes, and that is what I'm aiming for, especially law runes. So the great thing about ZMI Altar is I might be only one rune crafting, but I will get literally every single rune available that is non-combination, and that is awesome. That's really going to be beneficial to me. And then once I get okay, here's the layout. So we're going to do agility, get 57 to 60, get full graceful. Then we're going to do ZMI Altar, get a whole bunch of runes. I might only go through just my regular rune essence first and then take a bit of a break. During that break, or if I finish every one of those rune essence, both regular rune essence and pure essence, either way, I'm going to go and try and kill some blue dragons over inside the Taverley dungeon. They're safe spottable. They drop some really good drops, especially because by then, after doing ZMI Altar, I'm definitely going to have some nature runes. But I don't think I'm really going to worry about using the nature runes too much. I'd rather just grab any drops that they give and just take them, because again, I am allowing myself to sell things on the Grand Exchange. I might end up keeping the dragon hides. I haven't really thought too deep into that yet, if I'm actually going to really pursue crafting much or not. Again, I'm avoiding Desert Treasure just because it gives me ranged XP eventually going through the quest chain in order to build up to it. So I do believe that I am going to avoid doing that. But so with that being said, I probably don't need crafting, but who knows? Maybe eventually. But for now, I will probably end up selling the blue dragon hides. I am definitely going to be keeping the bones, and I am going to Gilded Altar all of those bones. I don't think I'm going to mess around with Ectophi or Ectofunctus, I should say, just because that is just so annoyingly long and difficult, and all that running and clicking. I'm just not about that life. I'm just going to go over to the house party world, go over to Yanil, and just back and forth, a bunch of bones, and hopefully just gradually work my way up to, I think I am going to stop at 60. I just feel like that's a pretty good prayer level, so I'm going to need a lot of dragon bones, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much the outlying plan right now. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into some agility and get to work on that, which probably going to end up smacking my head against my desk during the process, because I really hate agility. Great thing is though, I do have quite a bit of Rings of Dueling and anything. I had 2 single charge Rings of Dueling, so that's going to be really nice. The other thing that I'm really looking forward to with ZMI Altar is that I am going to start getting cosmic runes, and I am going to be keeping those cosmic runes because that enchanting is really going to be beneficial. I really need a games necklace because it's going to just make getting over to Wintertot so much easier. The only downside is though, and this is where crafting kind of comes in, I need 22 crafting for Sapphire Necklace, and I also need to be able to mine gold, which I do believe I had the level to mine gold now. Oh no, I'm wrong. Gold takes level 40, so I'm probably going to end up having to come back to mining, but that's fine. That's way down the road. Maybe I'll get one as a drop or something. Maybe I can go looting. Maybe I'll just get a Sapphire Necklace as a drop from whatever, or maybe I'll find one. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Or I'll probably just eventually craft one myself. But anywho, we're going to jump into some agility. And of course, we have to take the long way there because I unfortunately do not have any teleport tabs. I only have House Teleport and Varrock, and I am saving those because I only have one more Law Rune. And I'm not about to use that on Seer's Village. Well, I don't even think that I can actually teleport over there. To Camelot, I should say. And I cannot. So either way, I'm going to have to go the long way there. So we're going to go over to Castle Wars. Oh, I got really tripped out. It's Castle Wars Arena and Clan Wars Arena. Woo. Okay. Anywho, we'll go ahead over there, get some work done, and I'll update you as we move over and progress to all the other agility areas. Of course, the very first one that we can do is the Gnome Stronghold. At level 10, we're going to go over Draenor, 20 Al-Kharid, And then at 30 we're going to do Varrock, and then of course at 40 we're just going to camp Canifis because it gives the most marks of grace. So 40 is a big goal. I'm hoping that I can finish that relatively quickly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It's probably going to take a hot minute because again, agility is just really slow. These mining levels took me quite a bit too, but I'm just going to buy the marks or buy the grace outfit as I gradually get the levels, or not the levels, gradually get the marks, rather than just buying it all in one go. I'm probably just going to start off with some little things, and then I'm probably honestly going to be wearing the graceful outfit over what I currently have as like my magic armor, which is just those crappy little robes. I'd rather have the run energy and the lightness. Granted, it doesn't really give any armor, so I'm just going to have an anti-dragon shield, which I can probably get one shot there at blue dragons, but I'm hoping as I go along and get some levels and actually down some, that I'll be doing and looking a lot better. That is definitely a goal. But anywho, first goal is definitely agility, and on that note, I will see you all as we get some agility levels. Alright, and we are finally at Draenor. Got 10 agility really quick, which is awesome. I was noticing though, it looks like that the gnome agility course does not actually give any marks of grace, but I do remember that this area does actually start dropping some marks, which is awesome. The more I can get, the better, and the quicker I can get them, the better. So I just really want graceful. I don't believe I'm going to be able to grind it out today. It's probably going to take me like today and tomorrow just to get all the way up there. I could be grossly underestimating how long it takes. Hopefully it won't take me too long because I really hate agility. But that's just the update. I'll pop in again once we get over to Varrock, and hopefully we'll have some marks of grace. Quick little update again, as I said previously, finally at level 20 agility, and just those quick little 10 levels, we got 6 marks of grace, so almost 1 mark per level. So I'm pretty thrilled about that. We're heading over to Alcarid next, and we're going to be there from level 20 to 30, and then we're going to do Varrock from level 30 to 40. I believe that that's it. I'm going to check once I arrive in Lumbridge, just so I do not cancel out my teleport, because that would be bad. So, double checking that real quick. It is 10 to 20 Alcarid. From level 20 to 30 is Varrock Rooftop, and then from 30 to 40 we're going to be over to Canifis, and then from 40 until we have enough marks of grace is going to be Canifis. I'm pretty thrilled with getting 6. That's again like 1 almost every single level. So yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with those results. So when we finish up Alcarid and get up to level 30, I'm going to pop back in again and give you another little update on how many marks of grace we have. What's up everybody, dropping back in with another quick little update. Finally achieved level 30 agility, and we are now sitting at 17 marks of grace. Got quite a bit, more than double of what we made over at the Draenor area. The Draenor agility course, we got 6 of them. We got, what, 11 over at Alcarid, so hopefully we can get much higher numbers over at the Varrock area, at least maybe in the 30s is what I'm hoping for. Go hit level 40 agility, I should say, and then we're going to move on over to Canifis. What's up everybody, we have finally accomplished 40 agility. I don't have my tokens on me, but we got up to about 43, 44 tokens, which is pretty nice. The pretty good increase considering how the cape costs 40, so at least can buy 1 item, which I'm probably going to end up doing just because I believe that they each hold an individual percentage of run energy boosting or recovery rate. You know what I mean. Anywho, I'm heading over to Canifis, and then before I can get in there I have to do Priest in Peril, so I'm going to work on that, and I'll come back again once I'm actually inside of Canifis and starting the agility run, and hopefully, according to the statistics, by about 57 agility, as early as 57 agility, I can have all the tokens I need in order to purchase full graceful. Hopefully, I'll get it at 57. That would be awesome. I really don't want to stay there until 70 agility, because I'll probably end up smacking my head against my desk, and I'm not trying to do that. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and do Priest in Peril, finish it up real quick. Unfortunately, since I have the handicap on myself of only using magic, and the dog in here is not affected by magic, I think I'm just going to casually smack him with my Staff of Earth. So, probably gonna die. But it's whatever. I only have 2 things of food because I haven't started fishing or cooking at all. So that puts me at a tad bit of a disadvantage. Hopefully it works out well. Anywho, I'll come back when I finally finish the quest and as I'm heading into Canifis. Alright, dropping it again real quick with the completion of Priest in Peril. I tell you what, guys, that fucking guardian dog was absolutely retarded. That made me so mad, but we got 1,406 prayer XP. That should be some decent prayer levels. That got me all the way up from level 2 to 11 prayer. That's insane. Any combat levels along with it? Nope, none that I can see. We do have the Wolfsbane dagger, and we can actually wield it, oddly enough. Stab 11/5. Awesome. It's probably going to be my new defensive dagger, in all honesty. But now we can finally make our way through to Canifis. I'm so happy that I mined this rune essence. What, do you want me to talk to you guys again? Oh my god, he wants me to talk to him again. Of course. What do you want? Just thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to go in there so I can actually do some agility. Please, man. Yes. What's even better is now that we have access to the Slayer Master over here and the Slayer Tower, which is really, really going to be nice. Especially once we get full Graceful. That's just going to really, really come in handy. But now we are finally inside of Canifis, and we can finally start our agility grind. So, I'll pack back up probably as we get closer, maybe to the halfway point of our, Marks of Grace. Once we get over to that halfway point, then I'll drop in and give another quick little update, possibly. I'm not too positive yet. But we'll see how this goes, or I'll just pop back in again once we actually finish all the way out with what we need as far as Marks of Grace. Current Marks of Grace amount is 44 at the moment, so I'm pretty happy about that. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and start on this grind. Unfortunately, hopefully it goes by quickly. Hopefully. I will see you all with another update, hopefully pretty soon. Coming back at you guys again with another quick little update. So, as I was running agility, I ended up getting a lamp from the genie, and I want to use all of my lamps on Herblore. I have to do the quest first, so I'm going to very quickly knock out Druidic Ritual. I've already gathered all the meat that I need, which is going to be awesome. I should just be able to fly right through this relatively quickly. Unfortunately, the bear kind of ruined my shit when I was getting him. He did a lot of damage. Well, actually, it wasn't the bear. It was, let's see here. One of those little mages on the outside as I was making my way in back to Varrock. But, anywho, I have my teleport ready to go back over to Varrock so I can just very quickly get all the way back over to Canifis and finish up some agility. I think while I am here, though, I am definitely going to be picking up my Graceful Cape. I feel like that's just going to, since I'm here and I can afford one thing, I might as well just go ahead and go for it. I honestly feel like that's going to be the best course of action. So I'm going to get in here, talk to the guys I need to talk to, enchant this meat. If I could find Sandview, he must be upstairs. He must be. No? What? Oh, wait. There he is. Hi, buddy. Alright. So, going to finish this, and I'll come back at the end of the quest, and as I'm getting Graceful, and then we'll be set. Alright, and there we go. That is Druidic Ritual complete. 250 Herblore experience, and now we finally have access to the Herblore skill, which I'm super thrilled about. And that got us level 3 Herblore. We can now make attack potions, just the regular stuff. And now I'm going to use my lamp on it. Hopefully. Ooh, got another 30 experience, which should get us to level 4. That is awesome. Free experience level. I'll take it. So, Now I'm going to run over to the Rogue's Den, pick up our Graceful Cape. I don't think I'll go show that in video because obviously you guys know where it is. It's really not much progress. And then I'm going to go back over to Canifis and continue my grind for agility. I got 10 extra marks relatively quickly, so I think that this is going to go by pretty quick. I've only gotten 1 extra level on it, so now I'm sitting at 41 agility. But I'm actually pretty happy with how quickly this is going. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next update. What's up, everybody? As you can see, we have finally achieved full graceful. It took me a few days, sadly, but we did get it right at the mark of 57 agility with only 5.6k XP to go until 58. So we were a tiny bit on the higher end. I did already get a Slayer task. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording properly, so here I am giving that update. So my first Slayer task is Hobgoblins, 47 of them. Great thing is, I know where Hobgoblins are. What's even better is that there's snape grass sitting all around them. So I'm going to do during this task is just gather as much snape grass as I can in preparation for pure potions. I feel like it's going to be the easiest way to do it. And then we'll just go from there. So when I finish this task, I'll pop back in with another one. Alright, first Slayer task is finally complete, and we come away, unfortunately, with only 1 snape grass. I aggroed all the hobgoblins, and I still haven't done any fishing, so I have literally no food to my name, which really sucks. So I should probably get on that grind eventually, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm too focused on leveling. Got 22 defense, got 25 health now, and we also got 37 magic, got a couple levels. Oh, and we also have level 12 prayer. Only managed to get 1 level with that. And most importantly, we went from level 1 to 11 Slayer. So I'm quite happy. Finished our tasks. Again, only 1 snape grass. We got 1 Grimy Marentil, what, 6 Limports, and then 2 Emeralds. So I'm pretty happy in 63 coins. But don't pay attention to that. That doesn't really matter. So let's jump into our next task and see what we can get. 60 bears. Right. That's annoying. I'm just going to go over to Varrock and kill the one inside the cage. Whatever. That works for me. That's what I'm going to bother with. I kind of do want to do the Wilderness Slayer tasks. I don't really know yet if it's going to be worth the risk, just because they are really difficult, especially for my combat level, which is now 31. So that has gone up a little bit. I started off at only 27 combat, which I don't know, 27 or 28 combat. I rocketed up quite a bit of levels just then, so that's cool. I'll take it. I'll take that. But anywho, that's where we're currently sitting at. Just going to rearrange all of these. I got 14 fire runes also, so I'm pretty happy about that. It doesn't seem that I have any inside of anywhere else though, so that's weird. Okay, cool. Anywho, 14 fire runes was also gained, and we're looking pretty good on our air runes and chaos runes. I'm just going to stay with those for now, and because we are using fire bolt as our main attack, we're just going to stay with that one. I don't think I'm going to bother really with any kind of mage outfits until a bit later, unless if I can find something that I can relatively easily get, but unfortunately magic armor is few and far in between, as I'm finding out. There is Zerikian, but then I'm going to have to go over and do all kinds of other garbage. What I really need to do is Winter Taunt, but again, I also don't want to start that until I get my HP up quite a bit. Mystic Robes, I need 66 just to get inside of the Mage Training Arena, or the Mage Guild. Not Mage Training Arena, Mage Guild, over in Yanil. Enchanted Robes, I have absolutely no idea how to get those. I know Robes of Darkness are from Treasure Trails and Clue Scrolls. I'm not going to be doing Frenetic Trials. I apologize for that phone beep. I can't get Vo Knight. Infinity Robes is from Mage Training Arena, and those take an ungodly amount of time to get, so I'm not going to bother with those. Occult Necklace and Arms is what we are really aiming for. And also Eternal Boots is definitely going to be something that we're going to be eventually shooting for, which means I'm going to kill Cerberus, which means that I'm going to end up having to get relatively high Slayer, and then also means I don't remember what these eventually are needed. I think it's Mage's Boots or Infinity Boots, something like that. No one of this is required, so either way, I'm going to do Mage Training Arena. And I also want to eventually get Wands, so that's going to be fun. And I'm not going to bother with that until I actually get the runes, but anywho, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into my next task, which is Bears. And if you all can bear with me, I will see you in the next clip. Right. I hate myself for making that last joke. It was pretty unbearable. Yeah. I'll be here all week. Anywho, we finished that task and a few more after it. We are now sitting at 22 Slayer, 27 defense, 44 magic, and 30 health. Gone through all my chaos runes. I only have 816 death runes. And we need a new task. Let's see what we get. 13 ghouls. Cool. I have no idea where these guys are. Ghouls. Alright, I have no idea where those things are. Anyway, I'll eventually Google that. Anywho, getting a lot of supplies for Herblore. My previous task was Hobgoblins. I ended up getting 4 Law runes and 4 Nature runes, which I am incredibly thrilled with. Anywho, we're gradually making our way up in magic, which I am quite thrilled about. We're getting close over to Water Blast, which is going to be awesome. Sitting at 2,000 air runes, not many, unfortunately, considering how all my next spells are costing me 3 airs, which is really painful, especially as they're going up more. 30 health is quite nice, only 85 XP away from 31. What I think I'm going to do is either stop when I hit 35 health or when I eventually get all the way through all of my death runes. Haven't decided yet. Anywho, when I do stop, what I'm going to do is start Orania Altar, ZMI Altar, whichever one you want to call it. I call it ZMI just because that's how I grew up doing it back when I played RuneScape when I was a wee little lad. Anywho, that's what's going to be the next plan. I really just wanted to get health up, but everything else is just kind of leveling up along with it. Defense is about to hit 28, which defense has improved quite a bit as we've gotten up to bigger spells and better hits, which I am super happy about. Really wanting to get a higher defense level. We're also sitting at 37 combat, which I am really happy for when we eventually hit 85, which will eventually happen, especially as our prayer level goes up. Oh, speaking of prayer, we hit 13 prayer, and that was just from burying regular bones from our tasks, which again is awesome. I really need to get onto the fishing grind. I also really need to get onto the cooking grind, but I'm just not about that life right now. And I'm just gradually gathering up stuff for Herblore so I can start making just some baby little potions. Nothing that's really going to benefit me until I get up to like defense potions and magic potions. The real goal is to hit 38 so that I can start making prayer restore potions to start getting prepped early for barrows. That is going to be my best option. Anywho, I will see you all in the next update as we continue to make some more progress.